Hey everybody, welcome to Mo's Nasty Ass Kitchen. I'm going to teach you how to cook. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. This is the first episode, so follow me on this very disjointed and probably stumbling journey through the culinary arts. I don't know what that means either. Hey, wait a minute. I'm not really dressed to cook. Alright, that's better. Got my apron on. Hey, don't judge me. So, what are we cooking today? Well, it's called Chiggin Adobo. Very simple. Something my ex-wife actually used to make too. Naturally, I make it better. So, just saying. I'm gonna quit talking and show you guys how to cook this shit. Alright, first let's take a look at what we're gonna need to make this stuff. Starting with a big ass pan. This is, I don't know, like a 10, 12 inch, kind of a deep fry pan sort of thing. That's what I usually cook it in. I got about a tablespoon of brown sugar. We've got, I don't know, about 4 bay leaves. Now medium-sized bay leaves. Black pepper. Black pepper, there you go. About a cup of water. White vinegar. Oops, took that out of frame. White vinegar. Or rice vinegar actually is usually what I use, but I'm all out of rice vinegar, so I'm just using white vinegar this time. Excuse me. Garlic, as Emerald would call it, garlic. Garlic. This is just minced garlic. Got it at Sam's Club, or Costco, or something like that. And lastly, soy sauce. This is the gluten-free stuff if you're into that, you know, gluten-free diet. And then, of course, chicken. Right here I've got thighs. I'm going to let you guys get a closer look at that. I don't know if you can see, but that was on sale. $4.84 right there. $4.84. It's cheap. Normally $6.34. I guess. Okay, enough of that. Deboning a chicken thigh. This is not rocket surgery. Although maybe it's close to some kind of surgery. You know, you flip it upside down, start cutting right up against that bone. It helps to have a very sharp knife. If you guys watched my my video where I made my own version of the KFC Double Down, this is the same knife. And I keep it sharp just by using a sharpening steel, and then just a regular sharpening stone when the steel stops working. You know, just one of those little like $4 things with a little V-cut thing. You just kind of swipe it through a couple of times, and that keeps this little guy sharp. Somewhere out there is a butcher who's watching this, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe butchers don't give a shit. If you showed this to a butcher, let me say that, he'd probably be laughing at me, because this may or may not be the correct way to do it. This is just how I do it. And I don't worry about leaving too much meat on this bone, because I'll show you here in a second. You can see this bag right here, that's full of like chicken wing tips and other thigh bones and other chicken bones and whatnot. I use that to make a stock. I'll make a separate do a separate show on that. Anyway, I'm just kind of fumbling through here and talking. Normally this doesn't take this long. It's because I'm talking and trying to look at the camera, but just kind of peel that meat away from the bone. You get to the other side and you'll notice there's a couple little pieces of cartilage you just kind of want to cut around. Be very careful not to cut yourself. That'd be bad, okay? That'd be bad. You shouldn't cut yourself because it's bad. Be like them little emo kids, right? It's don't be bad by being emo, okay? Alright, see there's this bone, bunch of chunks of meat and stuff on it, but like I said, that's going to go into... Should have thought about this before I put the chicken all over my hand. It's going to go into the bag here with stock, or to make stock. And then there you go. Boneless, skinless chicken thigh, just like you'd find in the store, except a little bit more mangled. Maybe a lot. So here you have 1 cup of water, half cup of soy sauce, half a cup of vinegar. I know it sounds like a lot, but there's a lot of chicken. And not to mention you take this stuff and drizzle it over the rice, which I'll show you later. So just pour this into a bowl. That's good. I got my wire whisk there because we're going to be mixing some stuff. See, this isn't one of those professional cooking shows. You're actually going to hear the doors opening and me banging around in. I'm like, you know, this is a real kitchen here. This is like, you know, my house. It's not a studio set on Food Network. I like garlic. So I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons. Not teaspoons, tablespoons, heaping tablespoons at that, of garlic. About a teaspoon and a half. A tablespoon of brown sugar. This simple. Look at that, it's mixed. Look at that, it's chicken. This goes on that. These go over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's that simple. You know, take everything, throw it in the sink. You're gonna wash it anyway. And here you go. Once you get your chicken flipped over a couple of times, getting coated, what I'm gonna do is put a cover on this. Now this thing doesn't come with a cover, so we get to use the magic pizza pan. If you plan on marinating it more than an hour, I would say then put it in just a Ziploc bag, put it in the fridge. You know, this stuff's shit. You do that overnight, you're gonna have some really potent chicken. It's gonna be awesome. But I don't have that kind of time right now. I actually have band practice tonight, and that's one of the things I love about this dish. It's perfect for nights like that, where if I have to go somewhere, I can whip this together. It's 3 o'clock now. Nobody's gonna be even eating until about 5. So this can sit on the stove for about an hour, and then I just walk by whenever and just click on the stove. So that's it for this part. I'm going to let this marinate. I will get back to you in about an hour. Time to turn on the chicken. It's been about an hour. It's like 4 o'clock, and we're going to eat at about 5. So bring it on in here. Show you right here. We're going to turn it on to about medium-high-ish. Something like that. I'm just going to give the chicken one last flip. Turn it over, spill shit everywhere. You can see my stove is nasty ass, so it doesn't matter if I spill anyway. Turn everything. Turning! Fucking stupid bay leaf. Alright. I got it on medium high. Just going to cover it back up, let that start boiling, and then we'll kick it down to about like a medium low. Alright, as you can see here, the chicken is done. It's got a good brown color to it. That's because I turned it over a couple of times while it was cooking. You start off on medium high, kick it down to about medium low or low, just enough to bring it to a simmer while it's covered. Maybe about an hour or so, just until the chicken's nice and tender, you know, might be falling apart a little bit. Then we move over here, past all the crap on the stove and the counter, and you can see we got our rice. It's all done. I mean, that's, again, the beauty of a rice cooker. You flip one switch and you forget about it. And then we come back over here, and I've got some broccoli. It's just old-fashioned frozen broccoli. And that's going to go in the microwave. So that's it. That's dinner. Chicken, rice, broccoli. If you love chicken, you love this dish. I wish I had more for you, but I got to leave for band practice in about like 10 minutes. So I'm going to stuff some of this food in my face, and then I'm going to take off. Thanks for joining me. Join me next time, and I'll cook, I don't know, something else.